welcome to the new podcast, episode number 127. My name is Steven. I am joined as always by producer and co-host extraordinaire,
howdy,
my man Kelly. Let's get to it. And a howdy to all of y'all out there. Great week and weekend of combat sports. We got the return of the CFL up here in Canada. Second week of the CFL going on. Second official week. It's awesome to watch CFL football again. Huge.
CFL is so popular that some of the CFL players forgot it was like the first day. Like, oh shit.
Oh damn! I gotta play today. Whoops!
I better, tell my boss at the Walmart, I don't know, warehouse that I have to go play today.
The shitty thing about it is that you know what I mean, they don't get paid. They do it for the love of sport. I think most of them do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fun to do for like 6 months out of the year. You know, and for 6 months out of the year, you get like, you know what I mean, $100,000. You know what I mean? If some guys get less,
yeah, and
but
in Vancouver, that's just bare minimum.
It is, yeah.
There
was a guy who couldn't find a place to rent, let alone something in his price range.
And he's a professional football player.
Exactly. But it just shows that our housing market is just absolutely out to lunch.
Oh, that's absolutely true, man. Too many. I don't want to get political.
Yeah.
But it's people that aren't living here that buying the houses and renting to people that are living here that's driving up the housing costs.
And they're like, oh, let's add more supply. Yeah. And then all the rich people are like, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna help. Not limiting who can buy it, but just adding more. Yeah, we have a real issue right now in Canada in the housing market, like real
bad.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But this weekend was stacked, like the housing market in Vancouver, Kelly. It was on fire. We had SummerSlam going down, a huge show at AEW on Friday. AEW's Friday show making huge waves. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show.
You know what's funny? I watched no mixed martial arts yesterday, just highlights. I'm like, I didn't feel like watching all those fights, and I knew a lot of them would be long. And not the bare knuckle maybe. But like I knew a lot of those fights would be long, so I just didn't want to sit.
Especially we'll talk about all of them. We're gonna break down bare knuckle fighting championship that went down, BKFC 20 going down, break down Bellator going down as well. But that's the weird thing about that Bellator card. It was really one main event and that was it.
Yeah, I just needed a fight break, man.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And we will also break down UFC going down yesterday as well. We had a ton of shit. SummerSlam was on a Saturday too. Usually wrestling events are on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I know it caught a lot of people off guard that there would be a wrestling event, and it was absolutely gigantic. And I think that's just what, the Delta variant, I just want to briefly touch on it. The Delta variant it's spreading quickly. You know what I mean? It is affecting younger people as well. We see variant after variant. We always find that it's more potent against the younger bunch of people, where the previous ones weren't. But we got to open up. We just got to keep moving forward. We cannot go backwards. We could absolutely, for all the industry's supply lines. You can't fucking get jack shit all from the States right now, man. When it comes to in my line of work, getting tools, getting equipment, getting anything right now, some places aren't even shipping till 2022.
Yeah. Getting vehicles, getting anything.
Yeah.
Right now.
Computer chips are one of those things that are going to be next to unexistent come 2022. That's what they're, this is coming from the stock market.
Yeah.
And when the stock market's getting worried, that's a huge sign that actually change is going to happen here.
I'm glad my vehicle's a classic, doesn't need a chip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's even crazy, just how much the car prices are going up too. Just because the new cars aren't coming. There's not enough chips to build for the cars, there's not enough chips for everything. Everything takes computer chips right now.
I just got an ad in the mail asking if I wanted to sell my wife's vehicle at Kia because there's such a high demand right now and not enough cars coming in, so they need a used car,
Just to have in their inventory.
Just to have the inventory to sell, basically anything. Just so people come and they don't see like nothing on the used car or the car lot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely nutty right now. That's what I'm saying. But that's coming down to COVID. The reason why all these delays are happening is because of COVID, because of protocol, social distancing and, limiting work access and shit like that. We got to open up. We just got to, people are going to get sick. Some people are going to die. Hospitals are going to be, the problem is the rural areas now.
Yeah.
Since no one's vaccinating the rural areas, their hospitals are getting overrun because they have these tiny little ass hospitals that aren't meant for this type of thing. But we got to move forward. We just have to. It's just, we cannot be in a lockdown for 2 years in the entire country. Cannot take it. We're not built for it. No. And And I'm fully vaccinated. I don't give a shit if you aren't fully vaccinated. I'm not going to get into a huge political thing over it. But you should just get it done. It's not about being forced to do it. It's not about being experimental. Just go get it. Yeah. That's the only thing that's proven that's not working. That's working against this thing. Is that people that are vaccinated can still get it, but they aren't getting sick.
Mm-hmm. And it's the people that are unvaccinated and getting very sick. That's where the virus is mutating.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's not affecting people that could be vaccinated and should be okay, but now they aren't.
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely. Good call, Kelly. Exactly. Get vaccinated out there. And I'm talking to a lot of you Americans. And I'm talking about rural Canada too. Rural Canada was strongly against it, and that's the only way we're gonna get out of this shit. If just people get vaccinated.
Personally, I think if you just want to be a hermit, then I don't care if you're unvaccinated. Yeah. It's if you want to go out and actually like get sick and breed more variants of this disease.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it starts to affect other people.
And get back to normal. Seeing SummerSlam jam-packed arena. That's the shit I want. That's the shit I want again. I think we just need to power through this, but we cannot go backwards. That's all I gotta say. We must move forward. Had a great weekend though. Had a great jam at my buddy's house. Played on the drums this weekend, so got a lot of aggression out that way. Just had an awesome, relaxing weekend. Did some other house crap and. Just had some good me time. What about you, Kelly? What did you up to this week?
I just vegged out, man.
Nice.
I just laid in bed and did nothing.
Awesome.
I've been pretty sore for a while, so I needed to relax. I'm an older guy, right? So it takes a while to recover for me.
Aren't we all?
Plus, I smashed my foot and burnt my stomach this week.
Oh my god!
So there wasn't a lot that I could do aside from physio.
How the hell did you burn your stomach?
So I was taking food out of my oven, and my dog decided it wanted the food, so I pulled the tray back, but I accidentally hit my stomach with it. I wasn't wearing a shirt, and just
oh my god,
clean line across my stomach. And I just bumped it. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine. No, man, it started blistering in an hour, dead. The skin just fell off within 2 hours. It was I was like, what the fuck?
Nasty.
Yeah. It's pretty weird. But
I hate burns, man.
I smashed my foot coming into my garage on a weight.
I thought it was gonna be related. I thought the burning was gonna be related to the smashing of the foot.
No, I just walked into the garage. A weight kind of rolled in front of the door, smashed my foot. Yeah, it ran on the bridge of my foot too. So
like the weakest spot.
So yeah, that kind of sucks. So
jeez Louise.
Yeah, I didn't do much of anything this week.
Yeah, no, good thing you just relaxed then.
I had a question for you though.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before, I was kind of bored of this fighting, but what I'm not bored of is all the fucking Twitter wars and all that shit. Whew. How big do you think it'd be if because there's not a lot of fight outside the UFC, but say the biggest shit talkers in the UFC, Conor McGregor, Kobe Covington, John Jones, and a bunch of other shit talkers. Yep. They all go, TJ Dillashaw, they all go into a house together, kind of like the Ultimate Fighter house. But all they're doing is just kind of living together in this area, in this room, and the house, in the yard, and they have film crews set up, and all they're doing is just fucking living their life. But shit's gonna happen. You just supply all the liquor they need. Give John Jones his own van.
Just a bumper car to drive around.
Yeah,
in.
just
Not bad, not bad. You could. I hear it's like the drama house. Is what you could call it.
It'd be like like a Big Brother type deal, but for men that want to watch.
But it's like people who have beef.
Yeah, exactly.
People who have like
and the best
virtual
shit
beef.
talkers.
Yeah.
The best, all the best shit talkers in the UFC.
Yeah, not a bad idea at all.
Like every single one of them has lines. Everything like this could be like throw what's his name Hot Balls in there.
Yeah, Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis in there.
I think Mike Perry.
Yeah, man, Mike Perry. It'd be fucking amazing. Like, who would watch this? Be like, this is the cast, and they're living in this house together. Who wants to watch?
I think it'd probably be the most popular show on TV.
Because, like, I know, like, his Conor alone, his press conference is huge.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, everybody goes, imagine this shit. Like, the views would be off the hook. I think they should do that.
I totally
This is how
agree.
you get money without causing damage to your brain and without the UFC.
They would need security detail, though.
1,000%. Someone would die. Probably one of the smaller guys.
Yeah, I think it'd be Connor.
It might be Connor.
He'd probably end up lipping off John Jones, then everyone just would turn a blind eye to him getting just pummeled. Elbow out of nowhere.
Oh, that'd be pretty
You may be onto something though, Kelly. Yeah, you may be onto something. Yeah,
something like
I like that. No,
or
I like
even
that.
if they just live in a house and then have to do competitions against each other during the day.
Yeah, of course.
And that way, like, they're competing as well, right? And they're really shit talking each other that way. I haven't thought this through, but
I like it.
Yeah.
Strength challenge, endurance
shit like
challenges, speed challenges. Yeah, I like it.
Definitely, yeah.
I like that a lot, man. Genius idea. Hit us up, Dana White. As always, all of our amazing ideas are stolen. Just like even the Kevin Gastelum thing.
Yeah.
Connor calls out Kevin Gastelum. We predicted that. We predicted that.
I never even said on the show, so that they're listening. Yeah, it always happens. So hey, who's gonna be the fight, Steven? You predicted it.
Yeah,
and it
pretty
just
insane.
Up. Yeah,
pretty insane.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, no, that'd be good. I think they should do it without the UFC though.
Oh, okay, outside the UFC.
Yeah,
interesting.
I think they need to pool a little bit of money together for the production and the
I don't
sign contracts.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those things where Dana will always have a hold on them somehow, like with the GSP thing. You know what I mean? Somehow still has this weird hold over GSP, not allowing him to have the Oscar De La Hoya fight.
But that is fighting though. Like
I guess you're. Okay, That's true. It is a different different bit of entertainment.
And
Absolutely.
I can explain that GSP thing too. He doesn't want GSP to fight in boxing because if he fights in boxing, he's going to be on a boxing union contract, which means he can't be locked down to any what do you call him? Promotion. Any one promotion. He has to be his own free agent. So. He doesn't want him to do that because then he can fight in other organizations against like big names as well, and then he doesn't want him to lose or like his legacy.
Yeah, especially not losing too. Yeah.
So the whole reason is he wants his the UFC wants his legacy and doesn't want, but the thing is like GSP needs to make money.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like he's in movies and shit. He's doing all right, but he needs to make money.
Absolutely. Don't we all? Alrighty then, moving right along without further ado, let's get to some MMA news. Interesting announcement. An unlikely foes. It will be Antonio Bigfoot Silva taking on Alex the Spartan Nicholson in bare knuckle MMA. They will be headlining Game Bread fights to September 11th. There's a lot of sports events going down September 11th, and Jorge Masvidal's bare knuckle MMA makes a return with a pretty big announcement. How is Antonio Bigfoot Silva still fighting though, Kelly? I think is the biggest thing
that Silva is headlining.
Hey-o! He's headlining everything.
He's such a big head. He's like
makes sense.
He looks like one of those guys that they found on Easter Island.
Oh, absolutely.
And then,
they dug him out of the ground.
Dug him up and told him to fight. And then he got knocked out by Gabriel Gonzaga.
A bunch of times.
You know what? I don't like it just because, first of all, he does have a condition. I shouldn't be making fun of it, but whatever. It is what it is. And the thing is, man, like all the brain damage, like you said, like all the CTE he's already had, I don't think it's a good idea, man. He's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Absolutely. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses in a row throughout different organizations. He went and fought tons of different dudes in kickboxing. He fought Gabriel Gonzaga and bare knuckle.
Yeah.
And now we see him moving over to bare knuckle MMA. Against the Spartan's a tough dude. Spartan's a Florida guy, tough dude too. I think it's gonna be a very quick night for Bigfoot. I think he's gonna be going to sleep. Again, out of all those losses too, Kelly.
Yeah.
One is by decision. The rest are by knockout.
Yeah.
So that is very bad, very bad. Mark Hunt, Stefan Struve, Big Country Roy Nelson.
I'd be kind of stoked if they told me I was fighting him, just because if I was at that level, I mean. Just because, like, I think it's the biggest name that I could knock out.
For sure. Dude's got to win over Fedor. He's got to win over Alistair Overeem. Travis Brown. He's got some key wins.
That was pre-USADA, though, right?
What's that?
That was pre-USADA?
Yeah. Pre-USADA, yeah. After USADA came in, he started losing a lot.
Yeah, well, they say once you can't take the steroids and shit, like, your jaw will become weaker. Like, you can take a better punch on... I don't know why it is... But so many people, when they're on steroids, they can take a better punch.
He's had some good wins, but he never had a great career. You know what I mean? He really went out there and was being a tough fight for a lot of dudes, and then just couldn't get it going again. You know what I mean? When you get a bad chin, when you have that massive ass chin, you get a bad chin at that. But he's gonna be taking it to the next level. Wow, his career disclosed earnings is only $785,000.
I believe it.
Oh wow, all that brain damage for that. That's not very much if you think about it.
Well, some of the fights that he fought were only like a minute long. So.
This card isn't terrible though. Let's break down the card here. We got Bigfoot Silva taking on the Spartan. We got Mia Kahuna Haney taking on Isis Verbeek.
I don't like ISIS. I've heard some bad things. Some terrible things.
Kelly's favorite fighter of all time, Rob Emerson, will be taking on Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. Well, that should be a good one. And then we got Rashawn Jackson taking on Jonathan Ivey. I didn't know Jonathan Ivey was still fighting. I think this dude fought Frank Shamrock and Ken Shamrock, for Christ's sake. Crazy, his last fight was actually to Travis Fulton.
If you fought Ken Shamrock, you might as well be a gladiator.
Might as well be.
So far back.
This dude's career, Kelly, is 41-57.
Holy fuck.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Holy fuck. That reminds me of that Gumby guy back in the day. Fuck, I can't remember.
Jeremy Horn.
Yeah, Jeremy
Horn, yeah. This guy's 45. That's what's crazy. His last fight was against Travis Fulton in 2018. Like I said, this guy hasn't even fought since 2018. And Travis Fulton was arrested for child pornography charges and ended up killing himself in his prison cell. That he was like the Iron Man. Travis Fulton was like the Iron Man of MMA. But obviously that led to a lot of brain damage. One thing that was funny about Jonathan Ivey, he faked a heart attack in a fight. Playing possum, faking a heart attack.
They should bring back Mayhem for bare knuckles.
Yeah, and you'd think I wonder what's wrong. He must be in jail or something.
No, he posts on Instagram.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he posts on Instagram. He's doing some shit now again. He's talking about how he's sober.
Oh, that's good for him.
Now, and he's like cleaning up, and he went off the rails again for a little bit. But man, I think like somebody like him would be perfect for bare knuckle.
Oh, absolutely. His personality.
Yeah.
I think he was more of a grappler, but still, you know what I mean? His personality alone is worth $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, how many grapplers are in bare knuckle boxing right now? Like a ton.
Tons of them, yeah, absolutely.
The newest recruit.
Gabriel Gonzaga, you know what I mean? How can you have that dude?
Tito Ortiz is boxing.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz too, exactly. Another bit of interesting news is recent Olympic heavyweight gold medalist Gable Stevenson will be making his rounds and deciding on where he is going to settle here, Kelly. Recently being spotted at Bellator this Friday, and UFC as well. It is open. He has had a meeting with Dana White and his team. Mm-hmm. They have talked, and I think one of the biggest front runners for this dude is the WWE. Yeah. Is very interested in Gable Stevenson. He's a big dude, man, too. I think he'd do good in any one of those. Young guy, 21, Kelly. Fuck. He's only 21, fighting out of Indiana. I just think for his sake, I wouldn't want to go to the UFC right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to make money or do you want to have the fame? Because you can go to UFC and it's probably the biggest, most recognizable organization, so you're gonna be more recognized in Bellator.
Yeah.
But Bellator is gonna pay you way better. You're gonna be living well in Bellator. The best opportunity you have right now. I'm not gonna talk about like PFL and all that.
Yeah.
But just between Bellator and UFC. You're going to go Bellator, make your money, and then go UFC once you're maybe like 26, 27 in your prime. And that's when you want to, like, you're already making good money, so you have like a good negotiation, a good record. That's when you want to, go for the fame.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Once you made your money, once it's all settled.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you have better bargaining too, because you can sell rights before you go into the UFC, but you can't sell it after. So, once you get all that shit out of the way, that's when you want to do it. You don't want UFC to say, hey, man, you get a couple wins, we'll sign you for more money. And it's like, okay, we'll sign you on a 6-fight contract for like twice as much money. You get a couple more wins, we'll sign you more. It's like 8-fight contract for twice as much money as you're making now. But it's only like $600,000 and now you got 8 fights. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how they get you. Where Bellator is more like a 2-3-fight contract.
Yeah, exactly,
type deal. That's way better.
Way better.
Yeah. Anyways, that's how
sound advice from Kelly. I'd love to see this guy in any of them, but I don't think UFC, exactly like you said, Kelly. UFC not right now. Go to Bellator. Go to maybe go to Japan or something like that. Japan loves their gold medalists.
Yeah,
exactly that. Get your name out there. Get the lower level talent fights. Where they're going to feed. This guy's going to get fed can after can. Yeah. There's so many heavyweight cans out there right now. Yeah. He's just going to wreck shop. How good does he do? Is he a scrapper? Or is he, is he just going to wrestle the shit out of these dudes? His wrestling is off the charts.
If he can get, beat everybody in the Olympics.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
exactly.
sure he's going to do the same thing to people on the mat.
Oh, exactly.
He just got to learn how to know when someone's like going for a submission or something, you know what I mean? You need to know how to defend and stuff like that. But
2021 was a huge year for this dude, man. Huge year. Gold in the Pan American Championship, just in 2021. Gold at the Olympics, obviously. Gold at gold for the Big Ten Championship, and I think this biggest one, is being the best wrestler. Gold in college wrestling at 285 pounds. Being the best college wrestler in America at 285 pounds, that is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Very few people have done that. Very few, and especially at heavyweight.
Brock didn't even do that.
No, exactly. Americans got some big-ass boys.
No, he's going to dominate. He should dominate, make lots of money. Kind of like the O'Malley thing, they're paying me the same whether I fight no names or fighting ranked opponents.
Yeah, exactly.
So might as well fight the no names, build your name, build your bank account, and then fight the ranked once you want to build your legacy because you already built your house. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly.
You already built your bank account.
Only has 2 losses, both to the same dude. His entire college career. 2 losses just...
Damn, who's that other dude?
I know. Anthony Cassar.
Damn.
Just seems like
that
a nobody.
That guy probably talks mad shit.
Oh, big time.
Oh, I beat that guy twice.
He's from a good wrestling college too in Penn State.
Sometimes if you get injured or something. Oh no, if it was twice, that's different. I'm just saying, sometimes if you're injured or something, they call it.
Maybe yeah, maybe it was off day. Still, this guy's going places. I think Bellator or maybe PFL. You know what I mean? I don't know, though. I don't know. PFL is kind of funky sometimes, so I don't know. But I think Bellator is going to be the best landing spot for this dude. And I can't wait to see what kind of athlete and what kind of star we have on our hands here, Kelly.
I say at least a year of rolling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Before he fights his first can.
For sure. No, absolutely.
And then you just feed him a can every 6 months until he gets really good.
Exactly. Good move. Hit us up, Stevenson, where the hell your name is. Moving right along here, Kelly. We have the tough finale. Wanted to get into this before the end of the show here. The Ultimate Fighter is over. The season is set. For the 185 pounders, we'll see Gilbert Urbina, even though he was beaten by Trayshawn Gore. Trayshawn Gore has a bad knee injury, will not be able to go for the contract.
Oh, man.
And he will take on Brian Battle at 185. I know Trayshawn was really, really good on his feet. I liked him throughout the entire season. I loved this season.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. They had some really talented dudes. A lot of injuries. That's what I noticed. A lot of dudes going on the show, fighting through injury, only for that injury to rear its ugly head.
Well, like COVID happened, not a lot of people had money, so they got injured training. And then it's like, oh, you're on the Ultimate Fighter? Okay, I'm going to fucking baby it. So I'm on the Ultimate Fighter. Now, oh, shit, I'm injured, right?
My knee, Dana.
I'm sure they're going to do the same thing with the guy that... I haven't watched this season, but I'm sure they're going to do the same thing what they do every season where they get him on the main card or whatever, even though he hurt himself. Or maybe like a card later on. And if he beats that guy, they're gonna give him a contract.
Still, what a way to go out, though. You know what I mean? Your name will not. either win or lose, his name will never be on that now.
Be an Ultimate
He'd
Fighter,
never be the Ultimate Fighter winner, even though he won and went to the final battle. And I thought that matchup was gonna be an amazing matchup.
Yeah.
Now I think it's pretty much set in stone what's gonna happen because Brian Battle's a huge 185er. He beat up the other massive 185er on the show as well, and now he's going up against one of the smaller 185ers. And I like Gilbert Urbina a lot. I think he's a really, really nice guy. And I think he has when I saw him fight Trayshawn Gore, I thought this dude's a 170. This guy's 100% would be a good 170, but he's way too small for 185. And Brian Battle, I think, is going to beat the absolute fuck out of him.
There's been a few guys like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to cut every day.
But he's skinny, though. That's what I'm saying, though, even.
Oh,
he's not even... Yeah, he's pretty skinny, yeah. He's skinny already as it is.
Like, he needs to...
Yeah.
Do something.
Either build muscle or do something. And in the 135-pound division, we will see Country Boy and firefighter Brady Heistad taking on Ricky Turquoise. Oh, man, this should be a really, really good fight. I really
love that color.
It's Tercios.
Tercios? Oh,
Tercios is his name. Ricky Tercios. It is spelt turquoise, though. Should be a really good fight as well. Both those dudes really brought it at 135, and I can't wait for see this card go down. UFC on ESPN 30 will be going down at the end of the month, Kelly. I believe it's next weekend. It sure the hell is. Next weekend. August 28th. This is going to be a good card. I always love the Ultimate Fighter finales. Love them. And the main event of that card will be one hell of a kickboxing barn burner where Edson Barbosa will take on Giga Chikadze. Cannot wait for that one. That's going to be one hell of a main event. And then obviously to see the two dudes. To see the two dudes, you know what I mean, get their trophy and their contract and beginning of a new career. We'll also see Kevin Lee taking on Daniel Rodriguez on this card. I like that matchup a lot. Daniel Rodriguez with a hot hand right now against Kevin Lee, who needs some wins. We will see the aforementioned Andre Petrosky take on Michael Gilmore. That's kind of a weird matchup. Michael Gilmore really he was the reserve guy. He got brought on the show because one dude busted his knee.
Yeah.
Gerald Mirshkant will take on Makhmed Muramadov. And Alessio Di Chirio will be taking on Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Sam Alvey's on the card as well, Kelly, against Wellington Durham. That's weird. It's not... they have no other fighters from the Ultimate Fighter on. That's really weird. Odd.
Maybe they just decided they didn't want to give all these people one fight contracts.
I guess so.
Every show. Like make it mean something a little bit more.
Yeah, very weird. Not a bad card though.
Or maybe they'll fight on the same card the other guy's fighting once he gets healed up.
Oh, maybe. A reunion show.
Yeah. The Ultimate Fighter trophy is kind of like the unranked belt. I'm the best of the unranked.
The best amateur.
In the UFC roster.
You're the best amateur that put in a videotape and then...
It's like Rookie of the Year.
Kind of is. Yeah, no, it totally is. It totally is. Absolutely. That's a great call. That's a totally great call. They got to have a... I think the next show they got to have is got to be a veteran show.
Yeah, man. They always need... Like, I always love that old one Matt Serra was on. The Redemption one.
Yeah, that was my favorite one, too.
Yeah, they need to do a Redemption.
That and the Heavyweights one was fun.
Yeah. But a Redemption Part 2 would be good.
Absolutely. Tons of dudes can go on it. BJ Penn.
Yeah, he could. Technically could.
Yeah.
Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, Frankie Edgar. Well, Frankie Edgar's still active. He's still active.
Yeah, but I mean, like, another shot at the belt.
Oh, okay, okay.
So these are people that used to, like, have the belt, I guess.
Right.
I guess that wasn't the case in the first one, though. They never had the belt. It's for a shot at one day. That's true, yeah. I don't know.
The possibilities are endless. The possibilities are absolutely endless. But I cannot wait. Tough was a great season. Really loved it a lot. Can't wait for the next season to come around. If that'll be 1 or 2 years down the road, I don't know. But I really enjoyed this season. I hope it got good views, and it was a good season. There was a lot of, everyone was really nice. That's the one thing. They had a lot of nice guys on this one. Yeah, I know. Won't be that popular. It'll probably be like, nah. There was very little drama. There was one episode of drama, and that was about it. Moving right along, as I had mentioned on the top of the show, with AEW's Friday event Rampage going down, Kelly, for its second show. We had the most anticipated return of a wrestler / MMA fighter, the return of CM Punk to the wrestling ring, Kelly. It was insane. I hate CM Punk. Can't stand him. I thought his MMA career was atrocious, was like a huge slap in the face to all the marks like me, wrestling fans. His
really
terrible.
Enjoyed it.
His terrible.
There's so many memes and gifs and jokes.
His terrible MMA run will go down forever for jocks making fun of wrestling fans as one of the worst runs ever.
Yeah, but there's always Brock Lesnar. You can't say one guy.
No, of course not.
All of
no, that's what I'm saying though. But haters are gonna hate.
Yeah. Well, you can say the same thing in boxing. Like James Toney got his ass whooped.
Yeah, that's true. But making his return, Kelly, was gigantic. It was one of the craziest pops. I always talk about the pops in wrestling, and this one was huge. It was kind of leaked already. It was a heavily rumored that he was going to be making his return, because obviously it was in Chicago, his hometown, a crazy wrestling town. Chicago loves its wrestling, and they are the biggest fans of CM Punk. Jam-packed arena, Kelly.
Yeah.
Massive arena, jam-packed with the whole place chanting CM Punk's name, as they've been doing. And they usually do, if any wrestling events goes to Chicago, they chant CM Punk even though he's not there. He's been retired forever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. So now everyone knows, like I said, it's heavily rumored that he's going to be making an appearance. So the whole arena is chanting. Boom, his music hits. It just destroys the microphones and the speakers. You can't hear anything because it was just this absolute wall of sound. And here comes CM Punk out to the ring in his hometown.
He says crying.
There was people crying.
Punk looked like he was about to cry.
Oh, of course. It's a pretty big deal. It was a pretty big deal.
He looked like he was bawling up when he was kind of on his knee.
Yeah.
He looked like he was bawling up for a minute.
It was a pretty big deal for him.
I'm like, man, this guy's going to cry again, because last time I saw him, he was crying too in the UFC.
Cry baby.
Cry baby. I'm just kidding.
Nah. He's annoying. But I think this is huge for wrestling, but most of all, this is huge for AEW. They have their Hulk Hogan now.
Yeah.
They're a guy that they can, like I said, I dislike him. I hate the straight edge society shit. I hate his whiny ass attitude. And, his moveset's okay. He's a decent wrestler.
Yeah.
But he's just not my type of dude. There's so many wrestlers out there. CM Punk was never my guy. But a huge move for AEW.
His
this
first
really
match back.
puts him on the match.
Sorry, his first match back, he should throw a punch, and then the guy just go down and grab him and put him on the mat.
Just wrestle him. You're done. Actually wrestle him. Well, the thing that bothered me the most too is that that was his thing. He'd always wear like a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu hoodie in his before he made his MMA transition. So you would have to have assumed that he had some, that he was going to the gym actively. And he was such a poser. He wasn't going to the gym at all. He had no belt. Yeah, he had no belt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. He had no belt at all.
What?
I know, exactly.
Now my mind's blown.
So that's a bitch move right there. But either way, it was huge. Another huge returning of a MMA / pro wrestler was the return of the Beast Brock Lesnar, returning to SummerSlam yesterday in huge fashion, beating the crap out of John Cena and then challenging Roman Reigns. I don't know if it was in the works with AEW coming out with with this huge move of CM Punk, and then WWE having to answer back on the Saturday card with the return, obviously, of Becky Lynch as well. They had to sprinkle some more on top of that ice cream with adding Brock Lesnar back in the mix. People really, really hate Brock Lesnar, and I think it's he's going to come back and do what he does best, and maybe I think he'll be losing this time, but will this be another leverage and a bargaining chip for his kind of MMA return as well, Kelly?
I don't think it will be. I don't think Brock wants to come back.
No, eh?
I think the fighters are just getting too big.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it used to be his size and strength in wrestling. I don't know if it's going to be that way forever.
That's for damn sure. No, that's for damn sure. Because he ain't getting any bigger. You know what I mean? He's shrinking a little bit. When you're that big, I think you shrink a little quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I think same thing with John Jones. Like, he's talking about going back down to 205 now. It's like, yeah, now because you see Gain versus Francis, I wouldn't want to be in between those two either, man. Fuck that shit. I'd want smaller opponents.
Absolutely, getting clocked by one of those dudes? No, thank you.
John Jones is talking about who he'd
fight
if
he hell? Yeah,
he's like, who he'd fight if he went back down to 205 now. Makes way more sense that he'd do that to me. Like, they're not going to pay him to fight whatever he wants to fight Francis because whatever it is, but I can see him go back to.
They aren't paying anyone $30 million.
No.
They aren't paying anyone anywhere near that. Like that, Conor McGregor makes a lot of money, but he doesn't make that much for his UFC fights.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous. So I think, I think it's the same thing. It's just fucking.
I don't know. Anything can happen. Maybe he goes to Bellator. But as of right now, Brock Lesnar will be wrestling again, challenging Roman Reigns for the belt. Should be very interesting. Because Paul Heyman was the talker for Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. And now, since Brock Lesnar's been gone, they made Paul Heyman the talker for Roman Reigns.
Okay.
So who's going to be his mouthpiece type thing? So I think there's going to be a little bit of a storyline with that.
Yeah, I don't think Brock wants to come back.
No, I don't. I like I said, maybe Bellator. Maybe. I could see it.
Who's in Bellator that he's fought before?
Maybe put him up against Czech Congo.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or some other cans.
You don't want to put him against, like, Rumble or something.
No. That's a bad idea. Well then, moving right along here, Kelly. Back by popular demand. Reviewing the reviews. Moving along here with our McDonald's coast to coast to coast. Going to McDonald's in Mesa, Arizona. This one here, Kelly, has a ton of reviews. 2,460 reviews, 3.4 stars. The majority are 5 stars. What's wrong with you, Mesa? This is weird. Okay, this is very weird. This person here gave him a good review. This is just recently too. 6 days ago, this review was, Kelly. LMC. They have 37 reviews, 3 photos, 4 stars is what they gave him. They tried to give me ice-cold fries it being 5:02 a.m. and serving breakfast only. That's the first sentence. They try to give me ice cold fries, it being 5:02 a.m. and serving breakfast only. Since I ordered via the app, it snuck in prior to the meal changeover. I walked back up to the drive window and handed them back the fries. I think, manager opened the side of the front door to the lobby and allowed me to wait for fresh fries. My burger was a custom order, but the fries were so delicious. I don't care I didn't care by this point. Yum.
So what time did they order?
5:02. I guess
what they probably did is they have like a changeover at 5, right?
Exactly.
So their probably fries was sitting there for a while because like you're not gonna make brand new fries like right before changeover. So that's probably like why it was cold. And then they made them make brand new fries, but they knew what they're doing. They seem like somebody who's done this quite a few times before.
At least they didn't make. It was a good story. This McDonald's actually cares. They actually said, "Okay, fry up some more fries and just do another small batch of fries, throw them in, and you don't have to wait a little while, and boom, gave them fresh fries."
Yeah.
Extra spit. Moving right along here, we got LE5 reviews, 1 star, 4 days ago, Kelly. That's insane. Took wrong order. Asked to correct, and the girl said I would have to get back in line because she didn't have a register. I said I would pay, but wouldn't take money or card. Need to train people in customer service. Weird. I said I would pay, so they got your order wrong, and you're like, no, I'll pay for the right order. But they wouldn't take the money or card. Very, very interesting. Well done for being very confusing.
I don't even get it.
Nor do I. Someone read 2 days ago, Kelly, saying it's reliable as always.
Reliable.
Wow, you've never been to McDonald's, you fucking liar.
It's reliable and you're giving them diarrhea, just like always. Always gets the shit going in the morning.
Always clears me out. One way or another. There's a good one here, Kelly. 1 star, 2 months ago by DV. This person here has 9 reviews. Watch out, people! I discovered a used glove in my kid's Happy Meal. But it wasn't until we got home and he had eaten his food. I did not take a picture, although I wish I would have, because this was just the most disgusting and disturbing thing I'd ever experienced. Do not go eat here. I am never coming back to this McDonald's ever again. Well, this person really went to town with the exclamation points.
Oh, man. One time when I was like a teenager, I was working at McDonald's.
Yep.
And this one person, she like puts her gum on one of the cheeseburger wrappers and just like leaves it on the top. And they're like making food.
Oh my god!
Somebody grabbed it, threw it a cheeseburger on her, fucking wrapped it up.
Oh my god!
Customer comes back, there's like a wad of gum on
the cheeseburger. Oh man, nasty, nasty.
I'm just saying, like that shit happens. It's so gross. So imagine eating it and then discovering
a piece of gum in your burger. It's like extra chewy.
No, it'd be like on the top though.
Yeah. Nasty.
Like a pickle on the top.
Just hide a pickle on top of it.
Oh, man.
Just hide it in between 2 pickles. I gotta say, there's one thing I love about Tim Hortons is the pickles. Great pickles.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's pretty gross.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
At least the guy brought it back.
Yeah.
But why the hell didn't she throw her gum out? Just throw it out. I'm saving my gum.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because she was just working, right? So she's like, she didn't want to touch it with her hands, so she grabbed the wrapper, put it right in the wrapper, put it on top, because she didn't want to chew it anymore and didn't want to like leave that table because it was like rush hour or whatever. It was like super busy. So like she just like threw it in there, put it on top, and she was just like go, and one of the other people on the other side grabs it. Super funny.
R.I.P. that guy.
Yeah, man.
A glove, I think, is a little bit different, though. you know what I mean, the COVID times, but still.
I think probably what happened is something similar. Like someone took it off.
Yeah.
And they probably like, I don't know, maybe they're putting it like their gloves in a box.
Yeah.
And then somebody else like grabbed the box. Didn't say
I don't think it's the end of the world because that glove is touching your food anyways and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think it's really the end of the world. Obviously, a gum has been in someone's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a long time ago. Obviously.
Oh, of course. Yeah, exactly. Good one here, Kelly. DS2 reviews, 1 star, 2 months ago. Traveled from out of town to swim at Sunsplash. Brought my kids here after, and we ordered some simple plain cheeseburgers and some Dr. Pepper. Got all regular cheeseburgers and Cokes. It's not a regular. It's not. I guess it was a plain. Plain cheeseburger means nothing on it. Yeah, nothing on it. Weird.
But they got like the sauce and onions.
Okay, I get it now. That's my bad. I get it now. Okay, you're playing. Who'd get that? That's disgusting.
Either they have allergies.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
super picky kids.
If they got allergies, yeah, I can see that. I take it back. You're not a total idiot. Got a regular cheeseburger and Cokes. And it's frustrating because we waited so long and had to finish ordering at the window because the person on the speaker literally stopped me in the middle of my order and said, "Total at the window." Wouldn't answer after that. Kids are bummed out. They don't like onions or pickles.
Yeah, they go picky
and
kids.
one of my children got like 5 fries. Poor service. I thought you didn't order fries.
See, it's always allergies or like picky kids, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Poor service. I tried calling about 15 times. No answer. And there's not a line either. No reason the phone can't be answered. It wouldn't. And nobody would fix my order.
No reason the phone can't be answered.
Why don't you just go back in?
Making food and serving people.
Just go back in.
McDonald's isn't really in the business of like picking up and making orders.
Yeah, what a job to do there. I answer the phone at McDonald's. What?
Oh, it's usually like the manager.
Of course,
right? So it's like if he's busy.
But they don't
on
have
the floor,
exactly. They don't have a designated person in the office.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We got a newbie review here, Kelly. FO1 review and new podcast. Newbie review. 1 star, 2 weeks ago, recent. Lady at the window was nice. Customer service was great. The only thing is my burger was raw. It was nasty AF.
What does he say what it was?
Doesn't say.
Okay.
I could almost still hear the heart beating. That's how fresh this thing was. LOL. Now I'm not doubting those Roach reviews. Roach reviews. I don't think I've ever seen that word used before.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Very weird. Very weird.
The one way that happens is if they accidentally cook the quarter meat on the same as the regular meat, like the smaller patties. So if they accidentally put it on the reg meat setting, it doesn't cook all the way through, so it leaves the middle pink. And that's the only way that can happen there.
Kelly with the insight of McDonald's, former 5-star manager.
I was a second assistant when I quit.
Oh, wow.
I think I was like 18.
Oh, there's a picture of a raw burger. Ugh.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you can see it's cooked on the outside,
Yeah.
right? But pink in the middle. They threw it on the reg burger setting. That's what it was.
Idiots.
I'm surprised he ate it so much because you can actually taste. You can taste it as soon as you bite into it.
Oh, yeah, that's like a bunch of bites, too.
Yeah,
that's like 3 bites at least.
He kept looking at it. Is that pink?
Let me just keep trying.
It tastes like salmonella. I don't know.
Let's keep trying.
But yeah, as soon as you bite into those burgers, you can taste it. If that ever happens, call McDonald's, let them know what happened, so that they can take the other patties out and fix it. That way, more people don't get sick. And they will also offer you a ton of free food, man. Gift certificates, shit like that.
Oh yeah, of course. That's the thing about them. They don't give a shit about not handing out free stuff, and that's straight up right there. That's raw shit.
Yeah, that's raw shit. Just take a picture, show them.
Let's round it out here, Kelly. One more review here. They got a lot of hate. We hit a nice patch of hate here, but this one's funny. This person is mad as hell. MM58 reviews, 1 photo, 3 weeks ago, 1 star. I know what I ordered. What I ordered, and I ordered for my... I'm not making this up. There's a bunch of order there.
Yeah.
I know I ordered what I ordered, and I ordered for myself...
Like a big boy.
A quarter pound with cheese, with no pickle, no ketchup, No mustard. They don't have mustard on the quarter pounder cheese. I don't even think they use mustard in McDonald's.
Oh, they do.
Oh. I don't...
Sparingly.
Sure? Yes. Yeah. Is this all one... God damn it. There's not a period in this whole goddamn thing. Yet I didn't even get my cheese, and it said on the receipt, and the order that I said, no cheese, and I did not say no cheese. So I had to bring it home to put the cheese back on it, because they never did. That's why they're only getting 1 star. But my Frappy Mocha... They got right, and they got my french fries right, and they got my husband's meal right, but they didn't get my sandwich right. Not at all.
That's so much detail. They forgot my cheese.
Did they? There's no way they didn't just give her like a slice of cheese. Yeah, well, here's your cheese. Here's a slice of cheese. Here's a single.
It's like,
get the fuck out of here.
It's like, okay, so your story is, I went to McDonald's. I ordered a burger with cheese. They thought I said no cheese. There was no cheese on my burger. I had to put it on myself.
Yeah, I know.
That's your story. You shit! You wrote a paragraph.
And they said on the receipt that I said no cheese, and I didn't say no cheese.
Like, seriously. So much detail about the cheese.
I know, eh?
I said no cheese. I said cheese. They wrote no cheese, but I ordered myself, so I know my order, and I ordered what I wanted.
Bravo. This is what I love about McDonald's, though, Kelly. This is the stuff I absolutely love about McDonald's. The absolute wackiest, craziest creatures that somehow barely call themselves human.
Definitely a Karen.
Yeah, well, I don't know if she can be, because with a complaint like this, that didn't really get your point across.
Do they ever?
No.
Is this too much fucking...
Very well done,
too
though.
Too much detail about one thing.
Order in my order. Very well done. Very well done.
In my order.
5 stars for being absolute batshit crazy. But that's what I want. I want the batshit crazy McDonald's people. I don't want people just saying that, hey, they gave me a raw burger. I want the people saying they wouldn't let me shit in the middle of the floor. Stuff like that. I want to hear that. You know what I mean? That's the stuff I want to hear. Well done, Arizona. You are crazy. Well then, let's have a little brief break here. Kelly, we'll be right back after these brief messages.
Do you have an elderly dog that has a hard time walking around? Does he bark at nothing and can hardly see in front of him? Give him some doggy CBD and he'll want to play the next day. Dog CBD is good for everything under the sun, including playing, chilling, laying around, and playing doggy video games. Get your dog some today. Doggy CBD.
Do you enjoy going to a restaurant where the ice cream machine is always broken? Having your order incredibly fucked up? Pop machine with no ice? Have we got a place for you? McDonald's! Disappointing customer since 1951. We'll find a way to fuck your shit up. You ask for no pickle? We'll add lettuce. No ketchup? We'll put some extra mayonnaise and mustard on there. Where the mayonnaise come from, we don't know. McDonald's, pissing people off forever and ever, and more people to come. 1 billion people pissed off. McDonald's! Us here at the water company have been hearing that not everyone out there enjoys drinking cold, crisp water. Well. Drink up today, or we'll throw you in a vat of sharks. That's right, sons of bitches. We own sharks. We're the fucking water company. Don't like that? Alligators will come fucking rip your fucking face off. Drink water or else. We'll throw an alligator in your fucking window. From the water company. And be sure to drink some hose water before it freezes over. Summer's almost gone. Welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed our commercials and go grab yourself a cold, tall glass of water in the house. You know I'm talking Tap water.
I will, don't hurt me.
You got that right. Let's talk some motherfucking video games. As I always do, played some. I'd actually had some pretty decent Magic matches on my phone. Still playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Still a fun game. Yeah, I'm still really rocking my my black and white night deck. Really enjoyed a lot. I'm finding that it's pretty tough to beat. When I get my cards right, it's pretty tough to beat, and I'm just still actually enjoying the game. I actually had some really tough battles where I lost one where it came down to like the last health, basically like the last turn. That's the fun part about the game, is when your other guy has a bunch of dudes and you have a bunch of dudes and you're just kind of countering each other and throwing out different cards, killing that guy and then blocking this guy or doing stuff like that. When you're doing using the instances and really tricking your opponent into shit, that's what makes a fun game really fun. Like I said, I lost a really nail biter and I won a nail biter where I was like down to 3 health. Guy came out, beat the fuck out of me, Kelly. I was down to 3 health. He still had full health. Built my team up, came back, beat him.
Damn.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a huge win. I can guarantee that guy went and punched himself in the nuts after that one because it was in the bag. He came out to such a strong beginning, and for me to stop it and then come back and beat him was a pretty big win, man. Played a ton of Skyrim, level 36 now.
Nice.
I am finding the grind now. I remember this grind here from, in between 35 to 40. It is tough. I'm really
what do you play on?
Xbox.
Xbox?
Yeah, just because I got it free. It's for free on the Game Pass.
Okay. Is it the HD version?
Yeah, it's like the fully remastered.
Did you see that they're doing another one?
Wow.
They're going to upgrade it again.
Oh my god. I guess so. The new systems. Yeah, because that makes sense. It's such a good game. The mods are insane. There's thousands of mods in the game. People are still playing it. People are still very actively playing it.
I think that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's insane for that game. You know what I mean? And it's just such a sad thing. My brother was asking me too. He was like, "Oh, I hope that Bethesda is going to be coming out with a new Fallout." I'm like, I don't think they're coming out with a new Fallout at all.
No.
I think they're happy with their,
Skyrim remastered.
Well, I think the thing is even with, they did the same thing with, there's not a new Elder Scroll game coming out either.
Yeah, they're doing something else, right? They're doing
like that Starlink or something like that. Something like that, yeah.
Apparently it's supposed to be...
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty good.
You know what?
But it's not coming out until next winter.
Yeah.
Winter of 2022.
But that just means there's going to be less bugs, right?
Yeah, that's true. Let's hope so.
Rush it.
Let's hope so.
I'm kind of glad they're not continuing to milk a franchise. There's so many companies that just milk the same three franchises and then throw garbage out there.
I think they kind of are in a way with the microtransactions. Oh, okay. I think that's the thing. Exactly. They're to work off your point, Kelly.
Yeah.
Is they aren't coming out with new games, but they have a cash cow. Mm-hmm. Even though the flop that Fallout 76 was, the microtransactions they're making from people just buying shit is probably far surpassing any video game sales that they would ever do. Mm-hmm. There's obviously just a few people out there who have spent thousands and thousands of dollars just buying everything just because these people have a limitless amount of money.
Yeah.
And the fact that they do have that has made it so that it has made up for all the bad sales of the game. And then they also have the other one, which is Elder Scroll Online. Which is still very, very popular to this day too.
Super
People
popular.
really we played it when it first came out, like I said, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was
Apparently
fun.
They improved it and they've upgraded it quite a bit.
Well, it's just like that, like Fallout 76 and like Elder Scroll to me, they weren't like Fallout and it wasn't like Elder Scroll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a different game. And it was a bit too much. What I think with these MMORPGs is they all have the same thing. They're all almost exactly like WoW. They're almost exactly like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And
get a quest, kill something, come back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what they are. Somehow these people have to find a way to branch away from it. Yeah. Same with the Star Wars one that came out. The Star Wars one had a huge buzz behind it a few years ago. I think it was almost 10 years ago when that game came out now. And boom, same thing. Everyone's like, this is exactly like World of Warcraft. They have to find a way to get away from that. And I just didn't like Fallout 76. I thought it was atrocious. And it was absolutely terrible. But like I said, I think there's enough people that have just an endless amount of cash that are just buying up, so they don't need to come out with a new Fallout. They have the game. They've paid for 2 Fallouts now onward, and same with the Elder Scroll. They've paid for a bunch of new ones without even having to release a new game.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the new, in this that star whatever that Starlink or Starline, whatever the hell that game is.
I don't mind microtransactions if it's only cosmetic skins.
Yeah.
And the game is free.
I don't care about them as well. Yeah.
I don't think you can make people pay $70 for a game and then charge microtransactions. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's super bullshit.
You gotta do one or the other.
Absolutely, that's super bullshit. But I'm really enjoying the Skyrim. My bow is getting up there. I think it's in the 90s, and my sneak is in the 90s too. So I'm doing some better missions. I'm finding, now that I'm starting to find some ebony gear now. So that's kind of cool, where the game is kind of progressing with how I progress. So hopefully I'm going to find some Daedric gear eventually coming up here. I got a cool new dagger. I went on this Mithune's dagger quest where this guy sends you a letter saying, "Hey, come to my museum." And you go to his museum, and he wants to recreate this dagger. There was this dagger that was broken to 3 different pieces because it was like an evil dagger, and it was used to slay like a certain type of people. So they broke it up because it was such an evil dagger. So you got to go to these 3 different places and get all the pieces to the dagger. And just that part alone was a fun mission because they had a little bit of everything. Where I had to go into a dude's house and he didn't want. It was a guy. His family through generations has protected this piece of the dagger, and I'm like, "Hey, can I buy it from you?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Hey, can I sell it? Can you sell it to me?" He's like, "Absolutely not." So I pickpocketed the guy, stole his keys, just went into his house and stole the fucking thing, and so that was one. But the other one, I had to like go through like this super tough mission to battling all these Forsworn people who I actually really hate fighting. They have these Forsworn like berserker type dudes, and they'll come out with like double-handed weapons, and they'll just fuck you up if you aren't careful. These guys will just kill you in no time at all, because I don't know what the hell they got going on, but man, oh man, they are just super, super strong. And they usually have these hags with them who are like these kind of like these half raven, half witch characters, and they have like super strong magic too, and they're usually like the leaders of these people. So and that was one of the missions, was have to break into these dudes' place, kill them all, and then go and kill this hag, and she had a piece of the dagger as well. So that was really cool. And then I go to combine the pieces of the dagger, but I come back to the dude, give him all the pieces. He's like, okay, we got to go to the shrine now. The shrine of this one god that like is like a trickster god, and he's like kind of like mischief and evil. And the guy puts it on. He's like, "Oh, it's not working." So then he's like, "Oh, you try it." So I go and do it, and I could just hear the guy talking to me and saying, I know you're the one who gathered all the pieces. He's not worthy. You are worthy of the dagger. But if you want me to give you the dagger, you have to kill him." So I kill the guy. I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I kill the guy, and this god guy makes the dagger, builds it for me. He's like, "Oh, and I have another surprise for him." Boom! Two Daedric warriors he sends out for you to fight. This is the first time in the game I fought these guys. And they are the toughest of the tough in the game. They're in the Oblivion realms and shit like that. And they're super, super tough, but they give awesome gear. That's the thing about these guys; they give super awesome gear. So I wasn't worried about. I had to use a lot of health potions, and they did beat me up pretty good. But I have my shout upgraded fully. So now my shout just fucking knocks dudes, like sends them flying like 20 feet. So that's really, especially if you're fighting 2 dudes with a bow, hit them with your shout. Bow and arrow the fuck out of him, especially I was on a cliff. So I shouted one dude right off the cliff. I don't know I think he died from the impact, because I don't know what happened to him after that. He never attacked me after that. And so then I was one-on-one at least with the other dude. And like I said, it took me a lot of health potions, but I eventually beat him. And just really, really loving it. I am finding, like I said, it is a grind now. I'm finding I'm going to probably have to switch over to some kind of magic spells just to get the level up. So I'm upgrading my blacksmithing and shit like that now too. So shifting over, just because it's, I'm not getting as much levels, obviously, for my archery and for my sneak, which are my maxed out stats. I'm using my swords more too, just to help level up with that. And it is cool because I do 15 times damage if I stab a dude in the back with a dagger too, and he doesn't while I'm sneaking too. So it comes in very, very handy. But yeah, I'm not getting to play the game as much as I would like to. But it's almost like one of those games where it could really take over your life. You could play this game for like 8 hours a day, and still not make that much progress. It's one of those games. But huge announcement to make. I have finally picked the new system. It will not be Stadia. I liked Stadia. I did like Stadia a lot. I thought Stadia was super fun. but they lack the titles. They came out when I first got Stadia. They had tons of titles. They had all the cool games, all the brand new games. I thought, oh, this is a really, and I played Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was super good on it. No bugs, no bugs at all. The glitches were very little. And I thought it was a great system. I thought, okay, this is cool. I think I could settle down on this system. But I can't, since then, they haven't really released anything. I know the games coming out right now are low, but still then add old games. You know what I mean? Get different games. But I think there's so many different, rights to certain games. Everyone has their downloading platform right now, so you're not going to get those games because you're not on the right downloading platform. And I just think Stadia may have dropped the ball a little bit. I think they should have tried a little harder to get more things. Maybe switch over to a keyboard and mouse type deal where you could play games like that. I think that would have been different. But speaking of a keyboard and mouse, I have purchased a gaming PC.
Oh shit.
I cannot wait to get it. I will be receiving it. I bought it from Newegg. I will be receiving it hopefully early next week, and I could not be happier. It was a bit more than I wanted to spend, but that is the way it goes when you buy a PC. I couldn't be more happy. Cannot wait to start gaming on that, and I will be a PC gamer from here on out, Kelly. I never thought I would say that. But I picked this. I know, hey, it's Xbox and Microsoft, and I'm still going to be buying Microsoft and probably have my Xbox shit on my computer. But hey, Xbox, did you do this to yourself? You did this yourself. I understand there's a shortage of this and a shortage of that. I don't give a shit. The fact that I can't find I can't get these systems, and scalpers are selling them like crazy. And I could have still paid for under what I would have paid for a PC from a scalper, but it was the fucking principle of the thing. Absolute principle of the fucking thing that you're just allowing these scalpers to do this shit and had no intentions of stopping it. That's what pissed me off. So, hey, I picked a PC, got a good one.
Wait till your son's always on it.
No, I know. I've already thought of the ground rules I got to set up for it because, you know what I mean? It's easy to mess up a PC, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. What game will I play first? I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually hoping for Diablo 2, the new Diablo, the new Diablo 2. Even though I could probably play that on my old computer, I want to get that. Tons of different games. That what was that? North Runs or North Runes? What was that game?
Northgard.
Yeah, Northgard. I want to play that game. But what shooter am I going to get into? I really kind of want to play a shooter.
What was the new Left 4 Dead? I think it's Back 4 Blood.
Oh, yeah, that's actually on Xbox Game Pass right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Nice. How's that?
I haven't played it. My son has, though. He's really into that, what the hell is it called? It's like a first-person free shooter game with portals.
There is Portal in Portal 2.
Yeah, no. It's like a shooter, it's kind of like Apex. But with they have portals in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember the hell it's called though. But he's really good at it. That's another free one as well. Really, really good. And actually, the game doesn't look terrible. It looks like it's pretty good motion. But I just pulled the trigger with the computer chips, in short supply. I was just worried. I should have actually bought it a month ago. I think it would have been a little bit cheaper if I would have bought a month ago, like maybe $100 cheaper. But I'm in FOMO right now, with computer chip supply super, super low as much they are, Kelly. I would just worry, it gets closer to Christmas that this PC would have been double the price of what I paid right now. And or if I decided to pull the trigger next year is when they predict there will be a super shortage going on, and then it'll be next to impossible to find any PCs. Or even, and then Xboxes will be definitely never coming out. So I was really worried about that. So like I said, I probably overpaid just a little bit, just a tiny bit. I know I got a good deal at the end of the day though too. And the bottom line is I got a new gaming station that's it's not super state of the art, but I think it will last me a very long time. Excited to do it. Hit us up on Twitter. What games? Send me also suggestions of what games I should play. The games you love, and I should get on Steam. What about you, Kelly? What games you got up to this week, man?
Just Apex Legends.
Nice.
Not much to talk about. They're just doing recolors for skins right now in the store.
Oh, okay.
Just playing a lot of arenas still. They have the ranked arenas. So I'm gold right now. Going for platinum, but it's hard because I keep getting crappy teams. Like I had Lifeline, who wouldn't Lifeline ever. Like right
yeah, exactly.
I get
know.
knocked down
Yeah.
and they're just like looking at me and like doing nothing. It's like, all right, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard once you get to a certain level to level up. But like on Saturdays, I'm playing with one of my buddies now that I used to play Modern Warfare with.
Yeah.
And like all the Call of Duties. Really.
Nice.
But so we're playing like on weekends now, so it's a little bit easier then. But he does like to play Battle Royale, where I'm more like arenas, so I switch over to Battle Royale. But it's kind of fun with friends. Like even if like we go like a full 10 minutes and then just get slaughtered, it still can like joke around and have fun. So it's nice that way. Otherwise, sometimes you get people that are just like they cry about video games. And it's kind of weird because I'm always like, you know, like what's your life like if you're crying about video games?
Oh, I know.
I don't understand that at all. So you get people that are just super cranky about things that you did in the video game that he would have done differently. And it's just like, all right, bud. Like,
hindsight too, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like some of these people are just the absolute scum of the earth, man.
Yeah. You know what you should get though? The new Halo. I don't think it's co-op right now. I don't think they have the co-op right now. But when that comes out,
Infinite, I think is that what it is?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think they had the Handsome. No, what was it? Handsome Collection is for Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands. Yeah.
They had a different one for Halo, Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, the Master Chief Collection. Yeah,
they just had that on sale not too long ago, and they keep going.
It's free on Game Pass, obviously.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a little bit of that. It's not terrible. I like Halo. It's always been a good game.
It's fun with friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you get that on sale too on PC, that's pretty.
We talked about all getting Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that one's
pretty good. Yeah.
That one's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. It's lots of good games, but so Apex. Yeah, nothing really is new on it. There's nothing really to talk about, unfortunately. Just cranky players, especially when you get higher up in the ranked. For some reason, like they get more and more like childish while playing with you. Yeah, I don't really care though. I still have fun either way.
Still, it's pretty disgusting when people are gonna act that way. Yeah, you know what I mean, like they're taking it way too seriously.
It's pretty toxic. Well, what happened was, I guess a lot of people are having issues with Warzone. So like the hacking just got like, ridiculous. So like a whole bunch of people from Warzone came over and started playing Apex. So like the community got a little bit more toxic like right off the bat. And then it was funny because somebody from Reddit showed like Google searches, and when made that huge move from Warzone to Apex Legends, there was a huge increase in people looking for cheats and hacks.
Oh my god.
On Apex Legends, yeah.
Scumbags.
Yeah, it's like, no, leave that toxicity over there.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
That's why they're moving. That's
not any hacks.
Yeah. I've said it before, but I don't even find it fun. Like, if you're hacking and just shooting people, like, how is that fun?
No, not at all.
You're a sociopath. I don't know. Like,
absolutely. No. Then it's like, what did you accomplish?
Yeah.
Trolling people? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that your whole thing?
So, yeah, you wanted to enjoy the game, now you can't.
Pretty, you know what I mean? That's pretty disgusting way of life.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, nothing really new there. Still haven't played Skyrim or Fallout 4, even though I bought it. I just haven't really had time this week. Been pretty busy the last couple of weeks, so yeah.
School coming back right around the corner too. Summer is almost done, Kelly. Be sad to see it go, but what I always like about the end of summer, I say this every year too, is I love everything that's coming up in fall. You know what I mean? Usually UFC starts bringing out their bangers. Return of football, return of hockey. Stuff like that. Like all the good TV shows are coming out again. And, with Christmas right around the corner. Who doesn't like Christmas?
I don't.
Shut up. Christmas is the best. Christianity.
Depends who you ask.
Loving our Lord and Savior.
I've never been like a big Christmas person. Except when I was a kid. When it's just like, oh yeah, I get gifts.
Well, for me, it's about time off. It's about family. Obviously, gifts.
But like as I got older, it's like, I only want to give certain people gifts.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hear on that.
It can get expensive.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Moving right along here, okay, let's talk some MMA and bare knuckle breakdowns. Great card of BKFC 20 going down. It was a really, really good one. Really, really enjoyed it. In Mississippi. BKFC getting it done, man. And here's a card with like a lot of huge names, but it was a real banger. Main event was Johnny Bedford versus Reggie Barnett. It was the one that was the one fight I kind of wasn't excited for. Johnny Bedford claiming the vacant 135-pound title, sweeping the board. Reggie Barnett was just tiny for 135, but Johnny Bedford was almost too lanky, a little too slow. He got tagged a few times, but I kind of had a feeling that one was going to the decision. It wasn't the best, but we see the return of Alan Belcher versus Tony Kryptonite Lopez. Did you see Alan Belcher?
I saw the highlights. That's it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say he's on any roids, but the dude is jacked.
Nice.
Like super jacked. He's fighting at heavyweight now, Kelly. Alan Belcher fought at 185 in the UFC.
Well, there's no testing, so.
I know, exactly. But he looks super jacked. Like, everything has grown on him. Everything, especially his head. And he whoops on Tony Lopez. Tony Lopez always fought 205 as well, so big win for Alan Belcher. And there's two MMA legend type dudes. Alan Belcher wasn't that much. He had an okay career, but Tony Lopez obviously never really made it to any major organizations, being the king of the cage, light heavyweight and heavyweight champion. Takes the unanimous decision loss, really getting clocked there a bunch of times. We see Quentin Henry defeating Jason Fish by TKO. That was a really crazy KO. Dylan Kleckler breaking Justin Thornton's jaw in 19 seconds. That was a bad KO. Like, he went like head first. I don't think the punch knocked him out. I think him landing head first on the canvas broke his jaw. That was a nasty one. Yeah. And then we see Bobo O'Bannon defeating Lewis Rumsey by TKO in the 4th round. That was actually a pretty good fight. Bobo O'Bannon is tough as nails. He had like the craziest farmer's tan I've ever seen from a fighter. Seriously, his arms were super tan and the rest of him was white as hell. You ever go out in the sun? Maybe you're gonna be on TV. Maybe you want to even your tan out a little bit. But what was interesting is that his coach was in Wales, England. So his coach was talking to him with on Skype with a headset in between rounds. So it was kind of weird. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Never seen that before, and maybe we'll see that more of that in the future. This is the one I didn't see in Harris Stevenson defeating Melvin Gillard by disqualification because Melvin Gillard hit him as he was falling down. I just saw the highlight. It was it was definitely a close call in my book where they threw the book at Melvin Gillard and gave him disqualification. Stacked card, but no women on this card, actually, Kelly. No women on that. I think this is the first card they've had with no women on it. But like I said, it was actually a really good card. BKFC getting it done, man. They put on a good show without any huge names, and I tuned in and actually loved every minute of it. Let's move over to Bellator 265, Congo versus Karatanov. Like I said on the top of the show, really a no-name filled card. We have the Keith Lee, the brother of Kevin Lee, getting choked out cold right at the buzzer. Basically the buzzer going off. He doesn't tap, but he does not get up after the buzzer goes off. Choked out cold. So another small card too. This one was. We see Marcelo Golem beating Billy Swanson by TKO right in the end of the first round, and Logan Storley taking a split decision over Dante Shiro. And then the main event, 44-year-old Czech Congo beats Sergey Karatanov by rear naked choke. He was basically beat up before the choke, but I think COVID hit Karatanov. I'm just being honest. I'm not body shaming, but He looked doughy as hell. I'd never seen Kharitonov look that out of shape. He's never looked like he's ripped or anything, but he's always looked like he, you know what I mean, was solid. And this one, he looked pretty doughy. I'm just calling it like it is, people. I think a huge loss for him. He's getting up there in age too. He's 41. His career's got to be coming to an end as well. I like the matchup, but a shitty card. Really shitty card to have, you know what I mean? It kind of reminded me of an old school, like Elite XC card or a Strike Force card, something like that. But at least they would have one or two guys. Oh, my mistake. Chet Congo's 46 years old, Kelly.
Damn.
46. And still fighting. Getting a big win over another legend. Good main event. Chet Congo looked really sharp in this one. Here we go. That brings us to UFC on ESPN 29. Cannonier versus Gastelum. Good card. I watched all the prelims recorded. I watched the next day. Did you catch most of this, Keller, or none of it?
None of it.
Wow, he's having none of it. I didn't do great on my picks. We see the crazy KO spinning wheel kick over Roosevelt Roberts getting just knocked into next week by Ignacio Bahamondes. Yeah, Bahamondes. There we go. Got it. Finally got it. Brian Kelleher getting another decision win over Domingo Pilarti. Bay Malecki getting KO. That was a pretty KO punch too by Jocelyn Nunez. She gets a big win. The one fight I knew was going to be a barn burner I was really excited for was Alejandro Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. I picked Royval to win this one. He just didn't look great coming out of the gate. And Pantoja, like these two dudes are going to be definitely fighting for a contendership or the belt next. Definitely, I think Pantoja needs one more fight maybe, or he could be fighting for the belt next. Because he put on a real good showing against Brandon Royval, really showcasing his ground game. Dude can stand and bang too. Royval just kind of, he kind of complained about that eye poke right off the bat, and just the first round he got eye poked, but it was a punch. Second round he actually did get eye poked, but there was still no stoppage. So I think he kind of got in his own head and was kind of, was kind of disappointed with that, and there was no stoppage, and just was kind of more bitching about it rather than worrying about fighting. Was landing decently on his feet, but Pantoja just was relentless with that simple ground game of taking him down, getting his back, making him fight it off. But the third time he got him down to the ground, he just did not fight it off. Royval gets the body triangled, and then eventually gets the rear naked choke, working on the jaw, then getting underneath the jaw, switching hands after Brandon Royval fights his hands, and then going palm to palm. And then it was a cranker too. He was really cranking the shit out of him. Royval had no choice but to tap out. Gutsy win for Vince from Hell Pichel over Austin Hubbard. Really tough win for him. Tough, hard-fought win. I think we're going to see some good stuff coming out of Vince Pichel at 155. He's a big 155er. This is a big win over an up-and-coming rising star. See a nasty guillotine choke over Sedikoyobu Kakramanov over Trevin Jones. The Kakramanov came in way overweight, 3 pounds overweight, but Trevin Jones still went ahead with the fight. And he gets choked out for his efforts. Real nasty choke out, too. He was choked right out cold. Parker Porter. That was one of the ones I picked right as well. Parker Porter getting a split decision. Not just an actual unanimous decision over Chase Sherman. Parker Porter does not look like a very good fighter, but he's gritty. This is 2 wins for this guy now. He started off his career, Kelly, at 205. And I believe, he fought John Jones at 205. Is his third fight back in 2008. He got knocked out by John Jones in 36 seconds. This dude back in 2008 moved up to heavyweight, bounced around tons of different organizations, finds his way back to the UFC 12 years later, and now he's got 2 wins. By decision, they aren't pretty wins. Like I said, this guy, he just is tough. He just is tough, and he's going to be hard-nosed, and he's going to go headhunting. That's really it. And Chase Sherman was just letting him punch him, basically. Chase Sherman wasn't counter-punching enough or counter-punching successfully enough to really weather the Parker Porter storm. And he was working that calf kick very, very well, but Parker Porter was walking right through it every time. Crazy win, split decision win for the silver medalist Mark O'Madsen over Clay Guida. It was actually a really good fight. 3 rounds of just absolute action. Clay Guida still aging like fine wine here. I thought he actually looked pretty darn good in this fight, Kelly. He was actually really landing some really crazy hooks. He was really dangerous. Marco Madsen had a good game plan of just really working the clinch, working the knees. He landed a ton of knees. However, how Clay Guida took all these knees and still was firing back was amazing. But then it turned out to be the jab. Once he started guarding the knees, Marco Madsen broke out the jab and takes a tough. It was close. I could have seen that one going either way too, but I think it was just enough. The final 2 rounds were clear for Marco Madsen and to take it over Clay Guida in a split decision. And that brings us to the main event of the evening. Jared Cannonier taking the decision over Kevin Gastelum. Close fight. Very, very close fight. I wouldn't want to be a judge for this one. Where Gastelum was landing a bit more of everything, but Cannonier was just really landing some of those heavy, heavy shots.
Gastelum always loses at close fights.
Does he ever? Does he ever, man? You know what? I mean, this dude doesn't really win that many decisions. Oh man, that's another huge loss for him. He's 1 in 5, Kelly, now.
They might cut him.
And his last win's over Ian Heinisch, who hasn't really won at all recently as well.
Yeah.
Israel, Darren Till was split. Jack Hermanson gets heel hooked. He beats Ian Heinisch, loses to Robert Whittaker, loses Jared Cannonier. And those fights were both very close ones where he's kind of in it. I don't even know how to explain it. I really don't know how to even explain it at all. I just think the only solution I could come up for Kevin Gastelum is he's just in between 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
He's too small for 185. He's too big for 170.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of because it just doesn't seem like he lands volume at 185, but it just doesn't look like he's just landing the real power shots he needs to land. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the hell it is. Obviously, the competition he's fighting is very, very tough. He's fought in nothing but main events. You know what I mean? His Ian Heinisch fight was not a main event. His Jack Hermanson fight wasn't a main event. But his last 2 fights were main events. You know what I mean? And that's just tough on you. It's tough, man. And it's just sad to see it go this way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like Jared Cannonier a lot. I think Jared Cannonier is a great fighter. I think he could be a future champ down the road. But Kevin Gastelum just once again being the stepping stone. Literally. He's so short. People are just stepping over him. Poor guy.
I think he can make 170.
I don't know if he can. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem. I think he'd have to prove to the UFC just because he missed weight so many times. You know what I mean? I think that he'd really have to prove to the UFC that he can go down to 170.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think he could do it, not mentally, though.
Yeah. Tough go. I feel bad for him. Like I said, but I don't want to take anything away from Jared Cannonier's win yet. It showed a good game plan. And he was really landing some really heavy shots too. Played a smart game plan. I think that's what you kind of have to do against Kevin Gastelum because the dude's head is like granite. So you have to fight him smart. Just sad to see it go down this way. And that wraps up the show, folks. Great show this week. Tons of shit to talk about. Can't wait to, with everything coming down the pipe, it's going to be so much shit to talk about, so much news coming down. I'm super excited. Got to move through this bullshit. And just want to give a special shout out to everyone out there listening. Love you guys, the Spotify peeps. Keep tuning in. Love the Spotify people. You know what I mean? And it just feels really good when you see those numbers of all those people tuning into our simple little show. 2 simple guys just talking and gabbing and having fun with zero basically organization on my end when it comes to what to talk about. And you know what I mean, it just means a lot. You know what I mean, if we could turn this into a living, it'd be so much fun. And who knows, maybe that's down the road. Who the hell knows? But right now I'm having fun, loving doing this. I think that's what comes out, and I love doing it for everyone out there listening, whatever platform you're listening on. Just love you guys. Keep tuning in week after week, getting it done. I guarantee there is people doing it to our podcast. It's got to be. Out of all the people downloading it, there's got to be. In the background. It's in the background. You know what I mean? Isn't that cool? Good for you guys. Good for you. Well then, without further ado, for producer extraordinaire Kelly, my name is Steven, and you've been listening to the new podcast.